Okay, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
To
Okay,
Minecraft.
Okay, this is the last of the Waken Draconium I can make. We're out
I
of
thought you
hearts.
said this is the last episode, guys. It's over.
This is it.
Wow.
This is done.
Goodbye. It was a
Well,
good
we'll see
run,
about
but
that. We are out of
yeah.
hearts after that, though.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're just gonna respawn after this one, and we're just gonna respawn as something better, different mod pack. Like, we're just gonna restart the whole life part, and just so that we like can pick a different mod pack than Divine Journey, because we wasted 2 years of our life with this. That's fine. Let's get it. It's fun. It's been great fun, guys. I enjoy my time with you guys mostly, like 87% of the time.
Ooh. The other 13 has to do with cobbles.
No, black glass.
No, I mean, I have my own list of things I don't want to. It's fine. Don't worry. Blah, blah, blah.
You have your own list of what?
Mm-hmm.
Argus maintains a list of why he loves.
Oh, your mic was doing so well, and it's degrading as time goes on. It's like it's realized you changed the setting, and it's like, oh no, that's not right. No, we got to remove half the things he says. I mean, what would people do if they understood what Nebris was saying?
That would be awful.
You think that there would ever be a Pokemon movie where they would like hunt a Pokemon, skin it, and grill it above a campfire, and then eat it?
Didn't they do something similar to that in the last Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
There's Pokemon in the Star Wars movie?
Well, there's always a chibi
What?
character in Star Wars, and they did the last one. The one before the last one.
The bad one that nobody speaks of.
They had
They're
little
pretty bad,
chibi
yes,
animals. Well, I know you were not a fan. I kind of remember
This
that.
is the one with the big teeth.
Yes.
The big T.
It doesn't get grilled though. He just squishes the big teeth. No?
Didn't he?
That's not the animal I was speaking of, but yes, it's like one of the. It was on the same planet.
Didn't they eat the bird?
Yeah. Little chibi bird things.
Penguin thing?
Well, people gotta eat.
Yeah.
Well, he threatened to eat it. So he basically, after killing it and cooking it, they all stared at him with their big eyes as he's about to take a bite out of it, and then he couldn't go through it himself. Dude, at that point, you're just wasting it.
Pecker's got problems with teeth, everybody.
Just the big ones, though.
What the?
Yeah, the one with where the purple stuff comes out. Was it purple?
Purple milk? Yeah. It's purple milk.
Yeah. Why do you have a problem with that, Pack Rat?
What? I
What
have
is the
not
problem with
said
purple milk?
anything at all about having a problem. You're just manufacturing conflict now. That was so obvious.
I agree, dude. Manufacturing conflict. Oh, I would never do that. Would you ever do that? You would never do that, would you?
Me?
No, Pack Rat.
No.
Okay.
I
Both
mean, I
do
would
it.
definitely never.
No. Although the whole Norway thing is kind of manufactured.
That's not conflict.
It's hilarious.
That's your heritage.
I'll put you.
Can't do it. Too
I
far
have,
away.
I have a countdown timer for Florida.
You had an opportunity very recently. You kept threatening it, and then we were together, and you did nothing. Empty threats.
Well, you have a very unpunchable face, dude.
Aw.
You don't want to get a disease by touching.
A honey glazed Pikachu could be a delicacy in some Pokemon country. Caramelized Pikachu.
I mean, if the Pikachu world is like the Pikachu game where there's no other animals, then is everyone just a vegetarian? Like, what are they eating? What's their meat source?
I think it's actually been. I think it's been implied throughout the Pokemon universe that some of them get eaten. There's like. I was watching a silly video because like once you open up one Pokemon video on YouTube, you get recommended 100 of them. And then there's like this Sharkpedo Pokemon, which is like a shark.
Sharkpedo?
but-
Shark.
No, it's really dumb. It's no Pokemon. Pokemon have gotten so dumb.
Watch
Like
out,
every
baby
year they get dumber.
sharks.
But Sharkpedo is like, the front is a shark and his butt is a torpedo. I think it's got a propeller as well. It's really dumb. But I think in the lore, like they said, like, oh yeah, it was implied that they were hunted and eaten for their fins. So yeah, Pokemon are being eaten.
You've researched this. Okay.
I watched one video.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
Caramelized Pikachu. You think you could sous vide? You think you could ethically sous vide a Pikachu? Do you think it would
I thought you were gonna
electrocute
say
the
a
water?
baby.
Oh, not a baby. Maybe a baby Pikachu.
Oh,
You
Why
can't
not?
sous vide live things.
No, well,
Challenge accepted.
you would, end it first.
Okay.
No? Well, but I mean, that's what we do with normal animals.
Yeah.
How's that any worse?
Well, in this day
Because
and
he looks
age,
cute. Little pigs look cute too.
and
they
well,
also
see,
have
in
little
this day and
fur,
age, you don't. When was the last time you murdered an animal to eat him?
Thursday.
Last time I murdered an animal to eat it. I don't think I've really done that.
You never gone
I
fishing?
ate an ant once.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, 2013 maybe or 2014. I think 2013.
So, but
Maybe
basically, my
2012.
point is, it doesn't really happen that much anymore. Like if
Okay, but-
society broke down, which is what's happening in America currently, we'd have a hard time feeding ourselves, like because a lot of
Okay,
people
no,
wouldn't
no,
know
but
what to
okay,
do.
so if you yourself personally don't kill your own food, but I don't know, a big company does it for you, does it make it any better? Does it make it any different for the animal involved?
No, I'm not saying it does. What I'm saying is you're asking like you were suggesting that I end an animal so that I can eat it, and what I'm saying is that doesn't happen for most
It
people.
does
anymore.
though. What if you cook a lobster? A lobster you keep fresh and alive before you eat it.
I have never killed a lobster in my entire life.
If you cooked your own lobster?
No. Well,
Okay,
I've bought lobster tails before,
Sure, but
but I've never bought a whole lobster.
No, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who have cooked lobster at home and had to,
Sure,
like,
there are.
add it
Those
to-
people kill their things, but those people probably also don't go out and. I mean, some of them do. People around me go out and shoot deer, but hell, even those people that near me that go out and shoot deer, what they actually do is they go and they set their dogs out, then they go park their truck and wait for their dogs to bring a deer back so they can shoot it.
No way.
Wait, you
Yeah.
never? Okay, someone in my chat saying you never kill a lobster yourself. The boiling water does. Yeah, you
That's
kill a
not
lobster
true.
yourself.
Dude,
No, you
absolutely not true. You stick a knife to his head before you put it
Yeah.
in the water.
not
That's
everybody
if you
does that.
Savage.
No, a
If
lot
you-
of
if
people
you-
don't do that. A lot of people just boil them straight up.
They boil them
Well-
alive. Okay, well
Yeah.
those are evil
With their
people.
innards and stuff.
Well, you always leave the innards in.
Ugh.
I just don't think. I don't know. I think that if you, just the fact that you don't kill your own meat doesn't morally make it better.
I'm not talking about morality here. I'm talking about
Right.
the practicality. That it just doesn't happen is what I'm saying. For
No,
most
it
people.
doesn't. It doesn't happen. But I think that creates a. What does it mean? I don't know. I feel like it makes it too easy.
Well,
like
sure.
we-
That's what
we-
I'm
we-
saying. Like if people had to kill their
yeah.
own animals, well, for one thing, most the society would not grow at the rate it did if without the manufacturing of food.
Right, and a lot of people would be probably vegetarian. Well, a lot more people would be vegetarian, probably.
I think a lot of people would care less about it. If it,
I
if
think
it was a more
Do
normal
you think?
thing.
Do you think like if this were to happen, people would generally be more cruel?
I think
No.
I
You
think
I don't
think
think
it
people
changes
were more
people?
cruel back in the day. Do you think people were more cruel?
Probably.
I
Oh,
really think
probably.
There's a major difference between how we feel and how people in the past felt about killing. Like, there seems to be a major difference.
Yeah, I'll just liberals. No.
To get more
Uh,
killing in your blood.
We're definitely way more like in in a safe bubble nowadays.
Yeah, I think we're very like overly compassionate.
My
I
chat
feel
is
like there
actually
would be-
I
coming
wouldn't
in
say
on.
overly compassionate. I think that's a dangerous path to trend on.
We have
Like,
supporters
I
of
get
your
what you're
arguments
saying.
that Pokemon are eaten there, Arcus. Canonically,
Ooh.
Magikarps are eaten, and Slowpoke tails are a delicacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've had Slowpoke tail.
it's a circle of life. It's like a Lion King.
Except
What was
that
it?
I think I remember when I was a kid seeing at least one
Ugh.
episode where they were eating a Magikarp. That's the only time I've ever seen them eating any Pokemon. So yeah, I guess they don't count
Well, they also
because they are a fish.
they don't count because they're a fish.
As far as Pokemon's concerned, yes.
Well, that was also the easiest example I could give you of you murdering an animal. So maybe that is why it's more morally acceptable to kill fish than it is other animals. Hell, even some like vegetarians sometimes like I eat fish. It doesn't count. And even Drew, whenever we talked about his veganism, he said that sushi and stuff like that is the one thing he might consider if it was something that was like a sustainable way that the animals were raised and they weren't being hurt.
Would he do lab-grown meat?
Yeah, I think he did say he would do that. I've asked that. I can't remember his answer, but I'm almost positive the answer was yes. Like for
Depends on
him, it's
your.
more about the ethical treatment of the animal than it is about the not eating of meat.
Hmm.
I think they're pretty close on the lab-grown. Ever had any? I'm hearing
Man,
that.
your mic is just consistently getting worse.
Oh no. I said I hear they're close on making decent lab.
But isn't it like super expensive still to do?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
anytime you make something like that, it's gonna be expensive at first, but eventually they'll figure out how to do it, so it's super.
So it only
Right.
costs 10 times as much as to just have a cow. Man.
Well, cows are expensive.
That's the other thing. If we were not mass manufacturing food, I feel like there'd be less cows in the world and more chickens. Because everyone can keep some chickens.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so it gets. I don't know. Like I've done biology and microbiology, and to some
Marcus
extent, I
was a
didn't finish
scientist when he wasn't programming.
it. Yeah, you still. I don't know. You still have a hard time grasping my obvious skill.
You've never programmed anything in your life.
Why do you
Anyways.
believe this?
Carry on. I
What-
don't
what-
believe this is sound too.
You don't
Not
believe
a-
that
not a
I.
belief
You
I
don't
have,
believe that
it's
I
a-
haven't programmed anything.
No, I don't believe that you have programmed anything.
How is this? How did you come to this conclusion?
It's the truth. I
Are
believe in
you
the truth.
are you arguing based on your feelings? Do you
Nope.
feel that this is the truth?
Get your fake news out of here. My president has taught me all about fake news, and I can recognize it. with my
You can recognize it with your gout. What?
gut.
Whenever you get gout, it's like, oh, there's some fake news just transpiring. I can feel it in my foot.
I said my gut. I was combining two presidents because Bush always talked about his gut feeling.
I remember President Gout. What a good president.
President gout. It's kind of like when it's gonna rain. My gout flares up. So when Arcus is gonna lie, my foot starts tingling.
Oh, so to stop your gout, you need some drops of fresh rainwater. Wait, okay.
Is that what
Anyway.
yours is?
So, no, I find it difficult to start like categorizing animals. Because there's no obvious way of doing it. Like, how is a fish less than a chicken? How's that? How can you rationalize that? I don't know. That's
Oh, moral categorization.
not even moral, but just like why is it more ethical to eat a fish than it is to eat a chicken? Like there's no obvious arguments that we can find in nature for this. So whatever we decide, it's something that we like constructed ourselves, right?
I don't understand why we're not eating horses. I'm pretty sure I had horse in France, and if I did, it was tasty.
I think it's because we keep them as pets and we have social contracts with them. as we have
Well,
with like dogs in our culture.
I had pet
It's
chickens
also
when I was a kid. Still ate chicken.
Well, that's because chicken's like really delicious.
I mean, if this was horse I had in France, it was really. I don't think it was beef. The taste. It was said it was beef, but I'm almost positive this was not. And I went back every day, and at the time I kept telling Crystal, I was like, pretty sure we're eating horse. She's like, yeah, I think you might be right. And we just kept going back and getting more.
Okay.
interesting. A lot of things in life are silly.
You think they eat kangaroo? You think kangaroo's often eaten in Australia?
Oh yeah, you can get a kangaroo burger. I think you can get an ostrich burger.
Well, yeah, I've had ostrich before. Never had kangaroo though.
They look a lot like deer, except the different
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah,
So I imagine
I feel like they'd be
they-
more stringy though, because deer are not as muscular as a kangaroo is.
Well, yeah.
I'm just doing gardening work outside our house right now.
Why are you
I don't know. I think with the horses is just more of a social thing because we've like
I feel
we've,
like it's
like-
wasteful to not eat any animal to some degree.
would you eat dogs?
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to eat my pet dog. That...
Yeah, maybe,
No,
maybe
because you've attached some value to him, right? Like he's like he's got like sad eyes.
right, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat my cats either. I guess after I've said this. But okay, so if the times were different, if we're going back to again not mass manufacturing to food,
Okay,
then I would totally eat my cats and dogs.
Okay, so let's say we respawn in a different universe, right?
I read a book about this. I just finished it. It was called Version Control, and it's
Well, you
really
didn't hear
good.
a book. You didn't hear a book. You read a book. Okay, with your
I
ears.
like how you make that sound like the insult.
It's not an insult.
You
No. Hold up.
Reader. What's wrong with you?
Everyone should read Version Control, or listen to it. However, I don't care what verb you use. Consume.
No.
Version Control.
They're the same. They're the same.
Is it Git or SDF?
Reading and listening is both reading. It's both. So different.
They are. If your parents read a book to you, then you have read that book.
This
You could be wrong.
or of course I am. I'm Marcus. It's in my
You're often
Minecraft
wrong?
contract.
To be wrong.
Why are we
Um,
watching Arcus? Like,
I vacuumed him.
oh.
Why are you
I don't know.
vacuuming me?
I don't know what he's doing.
Watch
I'm
out,
gardening.
Arcus! There's a spider. Watch out,
Is-
Arcus! There's
Is
a
that
zombie.
is that spider real or is that spider a social construct? I don't know anymore.
Oh, good. Your favorite monsters.
I'm just bringing him
Okay.
to Arcus. The server's so lagged; they move awfully slow.
Because of the Iron Sky.
How do we get like such deep topics for today? We never talk about this stuff. We just normally yell at each other and then we get upset.
We ran out
Sorry.
of things to yell at each other.
Well, the crafting recipes have gotten so complex now, it's just discussions.
Okay.
Alright,
going
I
with
log
that.
in, I click like 4 buttons, and then I
Spider-Man.
just kind of stand around for the rest of the
Yeah.
Just do crafting things and then, you know.
I'm just sitting here holding a horn getting glintweed, so.
I don't know if you've
Glintweed.
noticed, but I've planted glintweed all over our complex.
I have noticed that.
Oh, that's what's causing the lag.
No, it's not.
Anytime
Yeah, I'm
some-
sure of all the things on this server, it's the glintweed that's causing the lag. Not the giant ass downstairs or anything like that.
I've told you guys what's causing the lag, but you guys won't listen.
You've done what?
Because, well, a part of it, I'm pretty sure, is because you've put all this crap in one location.
We spread it out though, man. I mean, it's not
Well,
like
how
it's,
do you mean
it's
you
a
spread
one
it out?
vertical spot. This is there are a lot of bases that I've seen that they have a lot more stuff compacted into one single chunk. We've spread it out pretty horizontally.
You know, obviously not enough.
You can't. It's
Did you take
Minecraft.
some out of
1.7 just
Oh, no, you added
cannot be
Crafter's
spread out
Code.
enough.
So you,
Huh? What?
I believe you
not
can.
more about it. It's
You
good.
don't believe you can spread. You think that there is a way to play Minecraft 1.7 modded without getting lag at some point? Because
Not without, but minimizing it.
This is minimized.
Not efficiently.
When you get the packs like this happens. It's just gonna happen.
I don't believe you.
You can choose not to believe.
Exactly. Reality.
You can believe with all your heart that you could jump off a cliff and that gravity's not going to take over. But I'll tell you, I will watch you jump.
That's a false equivalence. No, you can't just. That's a false equivalence. That's not fair. I just think that like, at least so for me at least, in terms of FPS lag, it would have been better if we would have segregated the base a bit more, I guess.
You do believe in segregation.
We've gotten there. Thank goodness.
Got him.
Got him.
And with that,
that's the
we are
perfect
out of time, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
bye.